What's going on, guys? Facebook weather with Matt Witt. Happy October 1st. 30 days until October 31st, which is Halloween. Now it is time for my St. Louis winter weather forecast covering the months of December, January, and February here on Matt Weather 1. So basically, we're going to cover the temperatures and the snowfall and the patterns we're going to cover also. Now, the way I get these predictions, the way I base my predictions off of, are the past analogs, the past winters like this, and what kind of ocean current is it. So without further ado, let's get started on Matt Witt's winter long-range forecast. What's going on, guys? This is Matt Witt with Matt Weather 1. Now, we're going to start out with the basic info and the basic stuff. Now, basically, what you're going to see here, let's start with the basics. First of all, last winter was a very, very warm winter. Remember that? There was a highs in the upper 70s most days, lower 50s too, due to the La Nina ocean pattern. Now, last year was a La Nina. This year, the pattern is changing. And that pattern is going to be, this year, this pattern is going to be El Nino pattern this year. Now, the difference between the two is big. First of all, the La Nina is when the ocean is all warm and it's like, I'm going to warm up now. But the El Nino is like, I'm going to be cold. But basically, that's going to happen this year. Now, that's the El Nino pattern. We're going to have that this year, which means we get the usual cold and snowy winter, like, normal winter should be. Now, the El Nino patterns bring above average snowfall throughout the northeast, places like New York, Philadelphia, Canada, places like that. Here, though, we're just going to see some snow, maybe some cold temperatures. Now, let's get into the basics. First of all, the pictures. This is the negative side, which means it's an El Nino. As you guys can see on this map here, the cold arrow is pushing down. That's the cold air. It's going to wrap in the United States. And this winter, it's going to be a repeat of 2 winters ago. It's basically going to be a repeat. Remember, 2 winters ago, we got a bunch of snow. It was cold. Now, it's going to be not as harsh as that, but it's going to be pretty harsh. Now, without further ado, let's go to the December forecast here in St. Louis.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen and Blitzen and all.
December brings a lot of things here in St. Louis, including we could have a bunch of snow, we could have warm temperatures. Which one will it be? Now let's go to our December 2012 highlights here in St. Louis. Starting off, first of all, temperature-wise, the first half of December will be average temperatures, highs in the upper 40s and the lower 40s. Then it's going to change. Things start to change mid to late December. We're going to bottom out in the lower 30s, below average temperatures. With this, we're going to bring our first snowfall, our big major snowfall of the season. As far as snowfall, this December looks to be in the below normal category. I'm going to say normal to just below normal. I expect 1 to 3, maybe 1 to 2 decent snows in December. The snowiest time of December will be mid to late month as those cold temperatures start rolling in, and that's when basically our winter basically starts. Now, between now and December, we could see a few snowflakes, maybe an inch in October. I'm going to talk about that at the end, though. Anyway, let's go to our total snowfall here in December. So December snow amount. Basically, we're going to see an estimate of about 5.6 inches right here. 5.6 inches is covering December. Now, that's just below normal. Our normal December snowfall is about 5.8. But I think we'll see a little bit of snow this December, probably about 5.6 inches. Now let's move on to our January forecast here in St. Louis.
Let there be snow, let there be snow.
Now, of course, January is the heart of winter. It's the middle of winter. Basically, it plays out. January is one of our snowiest months usually in St. Louis, with highs reaching the upper 30s, maybe lower 40s. Now, how it's going to be this year? Let's talk about that right now here on our January 13 highlights. So January 2013 highlights. First of all, temperatures-wise, the coldest period of the month will be early month. The first 2 weeks of the month, we could see below average temperatures with highs ranging from 30 to 35 degrees every day. Now, that's going to be a big changer in the snowfall. As for the snowfall, the month we will say average to above average. We're going to see some snow this month in January. The snowiest period of this month will be early month to mid-month. Again, the first 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to see a bunch of snow rolling in, probably once this in a week. We have some shots at seeing some low-pressure systems from the south. Those are big storm makers with major snow accumulations. And these storms may have ice and rain mixed in them. That's not good on the roads. That's that's no-no. Anyway, so that's how January's going to play out. And basically, it's a little bit, too far. Now, let's go to our January snow amount. Now, this you're going to be excited about. If you're a snow bunny, you're going to love this. So, January snow amount is about 6.2 inches. That's basically the general snow amount that we're going to see in January. So 6.2 inches right here, and that's just an estimate. We may see more, we may see less, depends on where this winter takes us. Now that was our January forecast. Let's wrap up this winter forecast for the last month here in St. Louis. I give you the February 2012 winter forecast.
There's snow in his hair, and I help.
February is usually a very, very sketchy month to look at snowfall, especially in St. Louis. You know, some Februarys we've had, like last year, we had 80-degree temperatures in the middle of February. That was just insane. That's due to the El Nino. Thank the El Nino for that. I'll smack the El Nino in the butt, boy. Anyway, so El Nino is going to take over again this year. It's going to be in full forces February and early January. Basically, here's our February 2012 highlights. First off, we're going to start out with temperature-wise. The cold periods of this month will be from early to mid-month, just like January. The first 2 to 3 weeks will be averaging to below average temperatures with highs ranging between 35, maybe to 40, 45 degrees, and that's just going to be an average high. We warm up just a smidge towards the end of the month, and that's going to be a little warm up. It's not going to be 80 degrees. It's not going to be, oh my god, it's a warm up, oh my god. Nothing like that. Don't freak out. Okay, so as far as snow-wise, we will not see that much snow this month. I'm going to predict about, a few inches. I predict below to average snowfall temperatures this month. 1 to 2 systems bringing snow. These systems can be mixed at times with rain, ice, and heavy snow. These systems will bring at most 4 inches per system. So we're going to have to watch this because some systems may get carried away. Now let's go to our February snow amount. As you guys can see, we're going to be looking at about 5.9 inches for this year. So there's that 5.9 inch mark on February. Now, that's, like I said, these are estimated snowfall amounts based on a lot of the climate prediction centers and where we stand for this winter. So far, this winter is a weak to moderate El Nino, meaning that we could see a pretty good average snowfall for this time of year. Now, let's wrap things up. So to sum things up, this winter at times can bring some snow and deep cold. This will not be a very snowy winter, but we will see a lot of snow and above average snowfall in the area of St. Louis. With an El Nino, which is weak, we can see some things resembling to 2 winters ago. We will get, but one thing is certain though, we will get more cold and a lot more snow than last year. So hang in there, snow bunnies. You will see some snow, hopping around. Oh yeah. Now this is the most important part of the forecast. This is my total number. This is my total inches of snow we're going to get this winter. My estimated total snowfall this winter is 17.6 inches, as you guys can see right here. 17.6 inches of snow this year, making way for a pretty good, that's basically average winter here in St. Louis. That's a little bit above average for St. Louis. Now, some models are indicating we could see 20 to 23 inches of snow this winter. I'm going to keep this number down until I say otherwise because I don't want to get your guys' hopes up at all if those models change. So I'm going to stay in the middle. 17.6 inches will do it for the number of inches we have in this winter. Now that's going to wrap things up for Matt Witts' winter forecast. Now first of all, we're going to talk about October and November. October is going to be an interesting month this month, but I'm going to say count on just a few wet snowflakes at the end of the month. Maybe on Halloween it'll snow. Who knows? I mean, honestly, I'm really thinking some snow late month. Not a lot, maybe half an inch to an inch, maybe. But mid-October, mid-December, and mid-November is going to be a big snowmaker, a big pile driver. So we're going to watch mid-November, right around Thanksgiving. We could see our first snowfall of the year, and I'll let you guys know on that. But that was my Matt Witts winter range forecast, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment on this, and I will answer them as best of my abilities. This has been Matt Witts' winter forecast, because winter's cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys later tomorrow for my usual weather videos, and I'll see you guys later.